Ghana Talks Radio in a mix. In a mix.
The best music in the world. The best.
Best music.
My favorite station.
Ghana Talks Radio. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation.
What's up, people? I go by the name Coin Takra. I'm with the level band. Now listen, time it's Coin Takra every Friday on Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Someone winning with the dial bit. I got another segment for you guys. Now listen, it's all about the up and coming round table. You be rapper, you dey sing, or you feel say you get talent, you get songs. No, listen, send your song and picture via round table at GhanaTalksRadio.com or just WhatsApp us on 020-254-4614. Up and coming artist round table. Now listen, every week beyond we go select 10 best artists. Our judges go day studio. Best one, but we never forget the fans and on all social media and on our street and so on. Then go vote. Nobody can know. We go invite them for studio and we get surprises for the artists. What you see? So last Friday of every month, we go invite the first week, second week, third week in your D can know. Near the Wama Bus Studio and we get so many prizes for the soldiers. So up and coming round table. If you be artist, Charlie, just put a song there. You go blow them. One in your corner. Be a mammy at that. Wabbing. Jajai. Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with the level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Kwasem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Konya, or you singer, and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no. Our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in yes say this what you see baba live on Facebook, Coin Takra, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. Ebe your fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading, Jajan.
Nami Bikozen Legendary, your one and only host for Nigerian Davu. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summer you with the latest news and gist directly from Obodo, Nigeria. Don't forget to still catch up on all our previous episodes of Nigerian Davu on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Facebook Podcast, and via our website www.GhanaTalksRadio.com, or make you Google carry us for your pocket by downloading our Ghana Talks Radio app via Android, Google Play, and iOS App Store. Make you feel they enjoy our other Sengemenge shows. Follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio for other interesting story with the draw from our aftermath. No talks here, I no tell you. Omo yami, oya jima soon.
Ecstatic made it.
Yeah, nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight. Yeah, and I have the hope that things will be alright. Yeah, so we're feeling irate as we hustle all day long. We are hoping say that one day things go better. Jale, oh jale, here we go again.
Welcome to another edition of the Cubicle right here on Ghana Talks Radio.
Stronger than Umaga.
It's a few minutes past 2:30
We go smack up like Undertaker.
in Ghana.
When they
And we're streaming from Anya in Greater Accra, live on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Lansa Haruna and I'm here again with another intriguing edition of the Cubicle. As you know, in the Cubicle, we have in-depth discussions on the issues that concern you. And today being Tuesday, we come with the Brothers Keepers segment. On the Brothers Keepers segment, we discuss young men issues or men that are peculiar to young men.
so much every day I pray to
in particular.
Say if I deliver me with the paper, I want to build house for mama. Oh. I dey believe in my hustle, but man they pray to mama.
You can join us stream on our Facebook and our YouTube
Get money,
at Ghana Talks Radio.
mama.
And also stream on our website at
Oh.
www.ghanatalksradio.com. As I said, my name is Lansa Haruna, and today we're having a discussion that is centered on what is happening around us. That is our pockets. Our pockets are feeling the heat. So as a young man, as you know, the president himself declared yesterday that we are in an economic crisis, and this is not something that has been new. It's been almost half a year now, and obviously it has a lot of impact on every Ghanaian. But most it affects young people because we are those still struggling to stand on our feet. And the essence of today's discussion is basically to put the young man in perspective, throw the highlight on how this particular economic crisis actually affects the young man in particular. What ways does it affect the young man? But even moving, we're trying to find answers for the young man. What can he do today to survive? At least just to maintain,
When the things go
not to go down the drain, yeah. So we're trying to share ideas, we're trying to find answers on today's edition of the Chemical Brothers Keeper segment. If you're doing the listening, the monitoring, the viewing, you can share your comments alive in the comment section. What can the young man do to survive or to maintain amidst this economic crisis that we are in? And mind you, the young man handles a lot, bears a lot of burden, trying to keep up with family expectations, trying to follow his own endeavors and aspirations, and it's obviously not easy. Trying to maintain the home, the family, the wife and kids, the girlfriends and the side chicks. All this wireless on the young man. What can he do to maintain? And that's the answer that I'm trying to find with my panelists, my regular panelists who are going to help me with a lot of insights. So stick and stay. When we come up from this break, I'll introduce my panel once again. You know them already, but I'll introduce them again. And then we get right into a discussion. Stay tuned. This is the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio.
So we're feeling alright.
Where do we separate between emotions and reason?
Under the moon, we pick the most daring of issues surrounding love, relationships, and family lives.
We speak on the topic most people like to keep to themselves.
With our brilliant panelists, we open the discussions into your love life.
So join us just every Thursday at 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Be a part of the conversation, enjoy the excitement, and let's find the answers together.
Now, maybe Cousin Legendary, your host for Nigerian Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nandi Kanu, they don't fail. Don't forget, say if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I be na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest fella, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrity? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
The matters of love are the matters of the heart.
Is that so? Where do we separate between emotions and reason?
Under the moon, we pick the most daring of issues surrounding love, relationships, and family lives.
We speak on the topic most people like to keep to themselves.
With our brilliant panelists, we open the discussions into your love life.
So join us just every Thursday at 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Be a part part of the conversation. Enjoy the excitement and let's find the answers together.
Now, me because then legend your host for Nigeria Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nnamdi Kanu, they don't fail you. Don't forget, say if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I been na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest filler, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrities? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ Coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Now, me because then legend your host for Nigeria Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nnamdi Kanu, they don't fail you. Don't forget, say if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I been na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
Nobody feeling the way I'm feeling tonight, yeah. And I have the hope that things will be alright, yeah. So we're feeling irate.
As we hustle all day,
We are hoping, say that one day things will better.
we hope and pray that one day things will be better. And welcome back to the Cubicle Right on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Lancer Lawrence. Like I said, we're discussing what can a young man do to survive in this economic crisis that we are in. And I've just given the prelude, the premise that a lot of times there are a lot of burdens on the young man per se, especially in the family setting. He has his own dreams as well, and he has his own endeavors and own projects that he's carrying out. He's not yet even fully fit or fully on his 2 feet to maintain a lot of stuff or to take care of a lot of stuff. But then we are in an economic crisis. What is the best thing a young man can do, or what are the options for him? Joining me is Mr. Seydou Idrisu and Mr. Yakubu Ismail, who are my seniors online. Welcome, seniors.
Thank you very much, Lancer Lawrence. I'm glad to be here once again.
Thank
you very much, Lancer. Yes.
I can hear. Thank you, and thank you for your patience. Thank you for giving me your time again, once again. Let me start with 2-4. This one is just our, like, we are all in it together, right? The president himself says it.
Exactly.
For you, just give me like a highlight, a view of what do you think a young man. Let me do this analogy. He's just starting job, or he hasn't found a job yet. He's the first or second born of the family. He has a wife, or he has a serious girlfriend, something like that. She's getting smart.
Sorry, Lancer, I'm not cutting you short, but is it only me that I can hear loudly? Because it looks like you're far away or
okay,
or something. If you can speak louder.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what do you think is the impact of an economic crisis on the young man? Just briefly, or just on the young man per se.
No, okay. Thank you very much for the question. And now when we talk about economic hardship, we can't talk about these hard times without going back to what caused it, the root cause of our current predicament. So we all realize that lately the world seems to be moving from one crisis to another. We have experienced global pandemic, dramatic changes to how we conduct our daily lives. There's economic uncertainty. People are saying the world is going to a global recession. There's war here and there. And there's inflation. Everything, prices of things keep going up every day.
Yes.
And for the young man, we have our own personal issues, personal traumas that we are dealing with. Sometimes we have declining health. And our most problem now affecting the young man in this our current economy is unemployment, like it or not. Inflation and everything keep pushing higher and higher. But a young man has no way to deal with it because they are not employed. You understand? I think this is the main core issue of this our current predicament. And you will agree with me that, when all these hardships come, the individual or the young man becomes overwhelmed, becomes stressed. There's so much anxiety and depression going on everywhere. And at one point, they may feel like giving up or throwing in the towel. You understand? But, okay, yes, these are hard times. These are troubling times. Things are not going as we want them to go. But you will agree with me that every situation that comes into life, it will pass. And this one too shall pass. So for the young man, what you are going to do right now, till the time passes, is that is where the problem lies. Between now and when this crisis is going to pass, what are you going to do? Are you going to swim with the tide? What are you going to do?
That's the answers that we are trying to figure out today.
Exactly. So I want our young listeners to think about this while the conversation moves on.
I think that's a very good opening. We are looking at they are trying to highlight the problems. And SP, if you can hear me, can you hear me clearly, SP?
Yes, I can hear you, Lanza.
Yeah. So, can you give me like your own description, okay, of what the whole life impact that this economic crisis that we are in have on a young man who is either unemployed or just starting a job or having some small source of income that he's trying to manage in his family? What do you think are the real life impacts on this young person?
Okay, thank you very much for the question, Lanza. And I'd like to say good afternoon to everybody listening to us. With this current economic hardship or crisis, I think it affects from the A to Z of everyone that is involved in this life or on this earth. And then the young man is not an exception. The young man as an entity kind of interrelates in two sides. That is, if he or she is employed, and then if he or she is unemployed. Now, those that are unemployed are dependent as of now, and then their source of livelihood or their source of income is from guardians or parents. Now, these guardians are hard by this hardship. They have so many prices, things going up, prices day in, day out, fuel is skyrocketing, and inflation, and we hear of our currency getting day in, day out, and
now
it's affecting the parents or the guardians of the young man. The savings that the parents or the guardians of the young man has put down probably for his young one is depreciated because of how fast the prices of goods are going high. The unemployed ones are in the mess now because they don't even have a source of income or source of earning, and they have to also depend on few other people and so on. Those who are also starting something small with little businesses, self-employed people are just hit hard by this because their goods that they buy day in, day out keeps increasing, and then it's kind of stressing them, their capital. Sometimes I've heard a couple of people say that they have to close down their shops because their capital is not enough to continue the business anymore. So I think in the long run it affects us from all sorts of angles. It's nice to try to look at how we got here or the genesis of it, but I think that it's also good that we focus so much on how to get out of it, because I personally feel that we haven't done enough to get out of it, and we need to kind of put so many things together and then see how we can get out of this, so that Ghana will be the Ghana we want again, and everybody will be happy, and the young man will be able to achieve his dreams and aspirations and everything he's doing.
You see, one of the thing I want us to talk about is, are we actually feeling a change in the circumstances? That's one thing, because are we as young people feeling a change in the circumstances? Two people will help us with that. In terms of in terms of our economic well-being, like, are we feeling a change in the circumstances? And what are the real life like? Today you could buy something at this price, tomorrow it changes. Like, how do you find it around you and our colleagues as well?
So, if I heard you right, you are asking how we can solve this. I didn't hear the question. That the network is not very strong from my end here. If you can speak up.
Yeah. So, say what I'm asking is that what do you find any changes in the circumstances of our economic life currently, and like, what are the real life practical examples that you can identify for us?
Oh yes. True. These are hard times, and the young man is at breaking point. And one thing I believe for sure is that, as I said earlier, this won't last. You understand? And until things get better, these are some of the maybe practical things we could do to ensure that we at least minimize the impact on our daily lives. Because currently, what is going on right now worldwide is more like let's say external factors than what we, the individuals, can do within their capacity. I mean, try as much as you can. If you have the money, no matter what, and the inflation of prices keep rising every day, day in, day out, you can't cope. No matter, you understand. So the thing is, you try to hold on. And one thing I always suggest at this point is that for a young man, you usually buy little things once in a while. So maybe today you know that for the entire of this month, every day you might need sugar, those little things. Yeah. Instead of buying them one at a time, you could indulge in bulk purchase. You buy things plenty at once. So, for example, today you go to buy milk and it is 6 cedis. You understand?
Yeah.
Definitely. Then tomorrow you go to buy again and it is 7 cedis. By the end of the month, if it keeps increasing like that, you realize that you might have bought twice or 3 times if you had just try and push to buy just one carton for the whole month. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So you try to buy bulk. We should try as much as possible to buy in bulk so that we can actually save more money. Because if prices keep rising every day, if you buy for a long time, you don't care how much the things keep rising. You understand? Your only prayer is for it to now beat down so that you can go and buy again. But for someone who goes to buy every day, you go and buy, every day you go and buy,
Charlie,
you realize that your money will even run before the end of the month.
What happens is that you will pay more for the same thing you are buying. If you had bought bulk earlier, then you wouldn't have been in that situation.
You agree with me? If you are 2 people, you all have the same amount of money, let's say 30 Ghana each, and you go to buy anything that you want to buy, and maybe it's 2 cedis. The next day you go to buy 3 cedis. Another day it goes 4 cedis. And that same person that also has 30 cedis goes to buy that thing in bulk, and the entire thing costing 10 cedis.
Yes.
5 days you would have even bought the same amount as him, and then you keep buying. And you realize that when you buy in bulk, you have more quantity as well, not just at the price as well, but the quantity is more than someone who goes to buy single. And that is the culture with most Ghanaians. When you see someone going to buy bulk, you say, hey, this guy is rich, this guy. No,
money. I'm trying to save money.
Yeah, you're trying to save, but someone sees you as someone who's rich. You understand? And then another thing that I will encourage our young folks to do is we should try to inculcate the habit of drawing a budget for yourself. Okay?
You know what? You hold on. I think we'll get to the solutions part. Part. But SP, we are just trying to get the highlight, the real description of what we are actually going through. But I think that we've done justice with that so far. I want us to take a break here. I'm looking at the solution. I want us to focus on the solutions per se, because that is where most of us are lacking in. We are all going through the problem, but some people have the better solutions. Some people are not yet so advanced in trying to get very good solutions for themselves. So what can the young man do? And that's the question that we're trying to answer when we come back from this break. So stay tuned. We are still on the cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Lancer Lawrence. I'm speaking with Mr. Idris Seydou and Mr. Yakub Usman, who are helping me with their insight. When we come back, we answer the question, what can a young man do to at least maintain or survive? Stay tuned.
Nami Cousin Legend, your host for Nigerian Rendezvous.
I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nandi Kano, they don't free you. Don't forget, so if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I be na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest fella, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrities? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Yeah, so welcome right again to the Cubicle on Ghana Talks Radio. We are discussing the impact of the economic crisis on the young man, but we're now looking at the solution. That's why I want to SP. Before we went for the break, 24 was already giving us some key and rigid practicable solutions for you. What do you think we can do as a young person? What do you think I can do to help myself maintain or at least not be adversely affected by the economic crisis that we find ourselves in? What can we do? The solutions.
You've already kind of gave some one or two hints. That has to do with buying in bulk. I think that is very, very important. That's very, very important. And we can also try to also talk about budgeting. Yes, I think budgeting is good, but I think at this moment, budgeting, it's one of the things that can also backfire because the rate at which the prices are increasing, unless you just budget real time, unless you have a short year budget.
Too far. But you hear what SP say?
Yeah.
Budgeting can backfire.
Yeah. The way the things are increasing, unless you are doing real-time budgeting at the market and you are doing the budget in the market. Because sometimes you buy something and you get back home and you go back there and it's something.
Can I give you a story before you continue?
Okay.
So, we made budget to buy some food products, okay? Oh, Charlie. Okay. This word there. What do you call it? Macaroni. Yeah. Talia.
Okay.
You budget 100 cedi per box to buy. And then you put your money down and say, oh, okay, I'll go. But then, you can buy 100 or 10 boxes. That's 1,000 Ghana cedi. They take 1,000 Ghana cedi, you buy 10. Okay. Then the following week, you say you want to buy another 1,000, so 10 boxes, so you take 1,000, and you're only able to buy 6 boxes. I'm like, serious, I did some budgeting, but still now I'm so flawed. How can we get ourselves around SPS? You can continue. Yeah, what were you saying? No, put that like
so
you come down there.
So you see, yes, but Alex, the budget also gives you an idea. It let you have a little idea about your finances and how to control it. But I think that at this point in time, we need to open our eye. We need to, as young people, try to be very smart. Now, yesterday I went to buy biscuits, a popular biscuit they call Shamima or Shemima. Yes, I moved around 4 shops until I found the one with the cheapest price to buy, because it looks like, in as much as you are trying to minimize your spending, people out there are also trying to maximize their profit.
Okay.
So you need to open your eyes.
I think
this time it looks like you just have to go around there, try to look out for which is which costs less, and then you can buy. The other thing I also think is that we need to cut down on our spendings. Somebody told me within the last couple of days that at this point in time, we need to stay away from side chicks. If possible, we can only manage with those that can that are rich as much.
No.
Yes. So we need to cut down our spendings.
Okay.
Like the last week we had a discussion of the week before, and Chief brought something up about DSTV.
Yeah, the priority. The priority.
Yes, we need to prioritize things that are very, very important, and you try in your as much as you can to save, not to save for tomorrow, but then to save to get so many things you will need. Yes, if you think that this season you don't need your DSTV that much, why do you have to? Why do you have to renew or go for the subscription when maybe probably you know that it's good if you can buy a bag of rice now, or if you can buy this. Another aspect which I am trying, I've thought of it today and yesterday, how I could come out to convince one or two people today is that I think we need to start buying in bulk. Now, if I want to buy 5 tins of milk, and then another person wants to buy 10. Why don't you get group to just buy at a wholesale price at one and then share, and then we go? Yeah, because it's like
it helps save the cost. Like because if you combine to buy, you buy more at less price and divide among each other.
Yes. So we need to cut down on some of these things. One thing that I think exhausts we the young people, this as we stand now, is internet bundle and then call credit.
Yeah, internet data.
I think at this point in time, we need to look out for bundle offers that can be very productive or effective for us. You need to check that one, check it very well. See if you are using 5 gigabytes a day, try and see how you can now use 3 gigabytes a day, or try and see how you can now use that 5 gigabytes for 2 days. Some movies you watch that are just for pleasure, that are not so much, or that are not very important, or that are not pressing, you need to hold on with them. And then when we get to the point, like we get over this or we get past this, then we can now come back to our normal usage. And then so I think at this point in time, it's very difficult. So I just think that we need to cut down our spending. We should prioritize what we think is very, very, very important and urgent or needed at this point in time.
Okay. I think that's good. Just on the internet data part, I'll just making the budget for the month, and I'm trying to multiply 3.5 times 30 days. And I was asking myself, this thing is not a problem, but the thing is that are you sure you use that particular package for a day? Because you have to sometimes you even go beyond 3 times of buying data in a day, and that's one thing that chops our money so much. SP has.
So let me just add this before you.
Okay.
So now, I have tried my best to stay away from calls. Now I do SMS bundles.
Okay.
Which is way cheaper. With like 3 Ghana cedis, you can get about 150 units of SMS. So I text a lot with SMS rather than call, because with 3 Ghana cedis you can speak on phone for just like 40 minutes. And
is this something new? Because you know what? Someone has been sending me SMS. Like one guy, I'm trying to buy something, but he's sending me SMS too much. I was asking myself, this guy, why is he sending me SMS like that? Is he part of your team?
Yes. It's very, very effective. It's very effective.
Wow.
And even sometimes when you just do this MTN mashup, with just a CD, you get about 20 pieces of 20 units or 30 units of SMS. It's very cheaper. Just text the person, hi, how are you? Can we meet for this? Okay, I'm coming to the house. It's easier. It's better than
Okay. Those are interesting. Those are interesting things from SPR 24. You started with the issue of buying bulk, and then so can you continue from that tangent? What do you think that we can do to help ourselves in this situation as young people?
Yes. So as I was talking about buying in bulk, then I moved to trying to create a budget. Okay. So then, as you said, maybe it may backfire. Yes, of course. Everything in life, could either backfire or go against you or go in your favor, depending on how much planning you put.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. So, after you draw up any budget, you put some extra money aside just in case.
Provision for bad debt.
Right. You put some miscellaneous aside just in case. So this miscellaneous usually covers for this further inflation that might pop up when you get to the market. Okay, and he mentioned something that is very, very true. When you go into the market, you try to look around and see which prices are more cheaper. What goods or services can you get at the same amount for a much cheaper cost?
Yes.
We are young people, and we like flashy, we like brands.
Yeah, to show.
So assuming you go to and there's this brand, because it's popular demand, it's higher. But then there's another one which does the same purpose for you. But because it is not of that brand or, of popular demand, we all want to rush and buy what is flashy. You might want to reduce that and go for things that also provide the same services or do the same thing, but a lesser cost. You understand? And then, yes, I was coming to another very important point that he mentioned, the amount of time we spend online. All these data issues that we buy. Now, right now, as a young man, everything, whatever we do, it's basically online. Everything. From the football matches we watch to everything basically. You stream everything. If you even ask a young man, question, the first thing he tries to do is go to Google before he tells you an answer.
I just go straight. Even if I ask someone a question, I will check myself before I even come back.
Exactly. So, yes, it's very good that we should have data and all those things too. But then we should have limits. Say, you want to stay online for this number of hours a day, because all those hours you are spending online tends to eat up your data, and then where does it go? It comes from your pocket that you buy the data. And then instead of maybe spending those time just going online, learning how to maybe just socialize or all that stuff, you can also use that time to learn other side hustles that you can just learn online easily. And then you can go to YouTube and learn to make something, an artifact or something that you can actually sell to people and make money. Instead of we spending most of our time checking out things that we want to go entertain ourselves. Why do we usually do these things? It's because now the young man lacks this social connection. We don't usually want to mingle with people. We want to stay by ourselves and be on our phones. And how can you be on your phone if you don't have data? So we should again cultivate the habit of trying to socialize in real world, in the real sense.
Okay. So very, very important.
Right? And we should try to avoid making these orders. You order something and they'll bring it to you at your doorstep. Just walk up and go to town and buy it. When you order stuff online, maybe for the transaction alone, you pay something. The delivery guy that is bringing it, you pay. And you also spend data trying to order all these things. You realize the amount of money the young man spends these days just to make life comfortable for themselves. That's maybe, yes, we all want to be comfortable, but trust me, these are hard times, and these are not time to be comfortable. These are survival times. Yes. So, and when you are faced with these challenges, all the resources that you have, you make sure you know where they go into. You understand? So if you have all this put in place, then I'm sure you might be able to make some headway for yourself. And you realize that you'll be saving some amount of money that you never even knew you had, just because of limiting the number of transactions you do online, just making sure you don't buy flashy things, just making sure that you have a planned expenditure, how much you are going to spend in this month. Put it down. And when you put that down, then you realize that you are able to cut your priorities away from things that are just luxury. You understand? And then at the end of the day, when you do that, you realize that even maybe all the things that maybe were just holding on to you, they are like anchors. You don't see them. They are like invisible anchors. You don't see them, but they are holding you down. And if you are able to do that, then the last thing, you must use your time judiciously to learn something extra, something that will improve yourself, something that will help you in a way. Yes. And one thing you want to do again is maybe seek advice again. I mean, every time people have been through what you have been through, that is one thing that you should never take for granted.
It's true. Definitely.
You understand? That's one day. Don't compromise on it. Even you can ask your dad, every month you send me 300. Maybe your father was not sending you any money or anything. Right now, I don't have a job. But you send me money time to time. So how do I manage with this money that you send me? Papa will even realize that, this the guy is wise. You understand this thing? So one thing you should never compromise is, it will hurt you in any way to take advice. Maybe you think that, these people, their time pass, or mostly that's what we say. They are now, so they don't understand what we are going through. No.
One thing I always say is
the circumstances are different, but it is the same principles that guide
the same
us.
experience.
Yes.
I think one thing I always say is that the reason why the old person or the other person can tell you that don't do this or don't do that is because he or she is not thinking about it. He actually knows it because he has seen it or he has experienced it himself. But you haven't experienced it. You don't know.
Only that the circumstances are different.
But the same guiding
principles always hold true in life.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't compromise on that.
I think we've discussed very great, very good, valid, great points, especially about saving costs, doing away with a lot of convenience, trying to budget well and be disciplined. I think that these are because I remember once I was going on, and then one woman was in the truck and she was saying that she wanted to buy something online, and the delivery fee was 80 Ghana cedis, but she was living around airport, and then the thing was at Medina Atomic. She went and took a trot from Atomic to from airport to Atomic is like 350 pesos. Instead of paying 80 Ghana cedis, she tried to get up herself, go dress up and go and take a thing by herself.
Exactly, very simple.
Very simple, saving costs. If it was normal times, we didn't have a problem, but right now we are trying to survive, as we are just discussing.
Let me tell you what I did yesterday.
No.
Yesterday when I was on Facebook and I saw people having a discussion on the prices of the increase in sachet water.
Yeah.
Yes, we said it will be selling at 60 pesos and a pack will now be at 10, 9 cities. So I kept on thinking. Then I read a post in a group. Somebody was suggesting how to kind of survive in this time. Then when I saw that of the sachet water, I just went online. I went to Kiku. I tried looking out for. Initially, the idea was like, why don't we even take the water from our tap now? And it's obvious that so many people have asked so many questions about it that sometimes it's not very good, it's typhoid and this stuff. So I just went to Kiku and then I went online, I texted Junior Kiku and I saw a very nice water filter. So I just added it to my cart that the next time I'm going to do that,
I'm going to buy the water filter so I can filter your water.
Which is less than 100.
You filter your water, cry.
Yes, I just connect it to the tap. And then whenever I want to take drinking water, I just take it there. I just put it there and then I filter the water. I don't need to go out there and buy such water.
For me, I think one thing that I've been doing so far is like to put down my phone. Like these days, you don't find me holding my phone too much. Nice time by 9:30 as I'm there, I just put the phone down and then sleep, because once you're holding the phone at that time, you use the phone, you use money, and the day you know that data is money is when you don't have money to buy data. That's when you know that data is money that you are actually wasting watching people's videos and pictures all over social media. What we discussed, I agree, right? One thing that I want us to concentrate right now is to look at innovations. I don't know whether we can do that. What are the innovative ways? People are now going into more sports betting. Is that a good cause? People are trying to learn new skills. Is that a good cause? People are trying to do side hustles. What are some of the recommendations that you have for this kind of people, for young people like us, on trying to survive this period? When we come back, look at the innovations that we can do. We'll talk about the betting one, then you can give me your own ideas or your own recommendations when we come back. So stay tuned. This is the Kiboko Right on Ghana Talks Radio. You can also tell us your opinions on our social media feed. Let us know what your own thoughts are, and let's share them with our listeners. Stay tuned.
What up, GH? What's going on? We come your way with the latest fella, and yes, are you looking for the latest news about your favorite celebrities? Who married who and who cheated on who? Here we'll discuss everything with fun, joy, and comedy. Join myself on Himalayan DJ Coverage and Master of Comedy Alaji Zongo on Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Now, maybe Cousin Legendary, your host for Nigerian Rendezvous. I feel like make you join me every Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 1:30 p.m. as I go to summon you every story when they come out directly from Nigeria, right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Indigenous people of Biafra, their leader, Uwebim Nandi Kano, they don't free him. Don't forget, if you follow us on our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere,
Download our app, Ghana Talks Radio. If na Android they use, I be na iPhone. Download our app. Peace.
The matters of love are the matters of the heart.
Is that so? Where do we separate between emotions and reason?
Under Jomunse, we pick the most daring of issues surrounding love, relationships, and family lives.
We speak on the topic most people like to keep to themselves.
With our brilliant panelists, we open the discussions into your love life.
So join us this and every Thursday at 8 p.m. live on Ghana Talks Radio.
Be a part of the conversation, enjoy the excitement, and let's find the answers together.
Radio. Welcome back to the Cape Correct on Ghana Talks Radio. Like I said, my name is Lansa Haruna, and we're discussing the young man survivor in or amid this particular economic crisis that we find ourselves in. There are a lot of reasons why we are here, but the most important thing is about surviving. And my panel have been giving us a lot of recommendations, especially moving from being disciplined, budgeting, buying in bulk, letting go of some of the conveniences or the kind of discretionary expenses that you do on your individual level, all those stuff, and then trying to prioritize. A lot has been said, we've discussed so much, but you listen on Facebook and on YouTube and then our website, what do you think we can do as young people to survive? This time around, we're trying to focus on some kind of innovative ways of surviving or trying to get more income. One way that we can survive is trying to add more income to our chain, our supply. A lot of people are going to betting right now and other means. SBU, the issue of betting, is it an issue of survival or an issue of choice? And is it one of the ways we can help survive in these times? Let me begin with 2-4 on this. 2-4, if you can help us there.
Yes, are we talking about the betting before we move to other issues? Or?
Yes, let's talk about betting. I'm asking whether it's an issue of survival or an issue of choice, and does it help in this time? Is it an option at this time? Yeah.
Betting is an issue of choice for me, as I look at it.
Okay.
So yes, times are hard. We are all struggling. You know, every time, day in, day out, people are out there telling their stories about how this betting has crippled them. I mean, it has severed family ties. It has destroyed people and their businesses. You know, people will come and give their testimonies of how someone gave money to him. You know, he just looked for 2 shots.
No, it's
you know,
sure.
He puts the sure win on it, hoping that by tomorrow he'll get his money and then get whatever the person gives him and return the money. You understand?
Then, unfortunately,
you know, this betting is not like, these are people, human beings, and there are a lot of people going to these activities when there's a football match.
Yes.
I mean, anything could happen, and things would flip against you. You thought maybe Manchester United could win or anything. Then in the match, Manchester United gets a red card.
No, or someone gets injured. Your favorite player gets injured.
Someone gets injured.
Football, I'll never
and before you realize that your investment that you put down is gone.
Off.
Exactly. And then tomorrow, the next day, you don't know how you are going to return that money to that person. It's a matter of choice. You made that choice. It's not about survivor. That person who gave that money to you,
the argument
what
is
that person
that,
wanted to do with that money.
No, the argument is that at this time, things are hard. So if I can do anything to get any extra money, why shouldn't I go into it?
Yes. I mean, if you can, listen, you want to make extra money. There are other ventures that you could run into to get that money. Why are you looking for that quick fix?
Okay.
Do you understand? I mean, anyone could argue this point the way they deem fit. Some people will think it's about survivor. Survivor, yes, you're able to get bundle. I mean, you bet with bundle. You're able to get some down income to be able to go and do that betting. If you can do all that, maybe you can also try to do that in other ways that can get you money.
Okay, yeah. For me, my opinion about betting, frankly, is that I don't want to bet on something I don't have control over or like much control over. First of all, the players, I don't have control over their energy on that day, their abilities, or on anything about betting, about the football match. That is my own concern. So if I can control the scoreline, I can control who makes a tackle, who's annoying, who gets a card, I won't bet. But SP, is it an issue of survival or choice? People want people want to make money. They say they should go in bed. So let us know what they're doing about.
You see, this issue of betting is a huge topic on its own. It's a huge topic on its own. Yes, it's an issue of choice, but then people will also argue that it can also, or it's sometimes an issue of survival.
Okay.
Yes. When I take myself personally, I have been in sports betting before, and I stopped for some time, like long ago. In fact, now I preach to people to stop. I always tell my friends that I've seen the light. The Lord showed me the light. Yes. But personally, to me, I see today an issue of choice. Yes, sometimes you just need to. The risk involved in betting is higher than the
benefits, right?
Yes, it's higher.
Or
it's
the
higher.
odds of losing
it's
is
higher
higher
because
than
sometimes you take a bet that has like 30 teams, okay, and then you need 30 over 30. You need 30 over 30 to win. Okay. In as much as they will say bet is win or draw, but when you go deep into probability, it's either win or lose. It's 50-50. When you go deep into probability, yes, it's 50-50. But then every element has another 50-50 bet. So each match has a 50-50 bet. And then the whole 30 matches has a 50-50.
And all of them have different elements that have different, also have their own odds again.
Yes. So I like what you said, that you don't like betting over things that you don't have control over. So it's like you're just putting yourself on the road.
You are hoping for something to happen that way.
Yes, it's actually an issue of choice. You can think that only bet on it.
No, but you know what? The reason why I'm asking about this betting is because of where we are today. Some people have one bet and they have changed their lives, right? People look at someone can have one CD. There's last week someone in Nigeria won like 30 million or 28 million naira.
No, Nigeria, you have gone far in Ghana.
A worker
was some 1.2 billion or something, and he went inside the knocked to play, and everybody was waiting for him outside.
To come to share the money.
To give them their share.
To give them share commission.
You see something. You see something. Bet is in such a way that when you win, okay, sometimes it's on paper you've won, then you just return your stake to you.
Exposed.
Yes. Now, when COVID came during the lockdown, and then they started playing matches behind closed doors, I could win that consecutive, like 4 times in a row. Okay. Now, when the next season came in, I was very hopeful. I could lose like 10 times in
what you want, cry.
So look, at this time that we are now, bet is not the way. Bet is not the way out.
But okay. We'll get back.
Because you are likely to lose that money. The possibility of
losing is high.
It's high.
It's very high. It's high.
And like Q4 said, you even use bundle. If you won't use bundle, you take a card to the station.
Yeah. You know, SP was a professional, right?
Yes. In fact, I even had a bet. What's the name? A bet group.
Oh, Charlie.
Betpreneur.
It's good, yes. Hey,
you know what? I tried betting one time. Let me give you this story. I was watching a match between Tottenham and one team B one time ago, and then I said, "Oh, Tottenham will win the match." So I went and created an account just in the hub. Then I kept 5 CD in my account. And I bet 3 CD. And the teams, I said 5 or 6 I chose. And they were just winning. That was level 1 match, Inter Milan match. They're going to play it in the evening, 9 p.m. I forgot about this thing. I went and slept and woke up and I went to check out. Inter Milan had lost their match. The match I chose Inter Milan will win. They lost their match. I lost my 3 CD. My 2 CD left in that bet account. I said, I'll never go back to the bet account and open that 2 CD again.
So I think that this betting thing before, if you look at this, the matches we watch push us to bet too.
Okay, that one.
The matches, yes, it pushes us to bet a lot. You know, most of those young people that are in the sports center, like 70% or 80% of them have take bets on these matches.
Now we. But let's okay, you finish with that. So we'll move to down there some one or two innovations that we can help
Yes.
ourselves with. Yeah.
So you see that before somebody can set the best center without removing his phone for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes
To protect his investment.
So it's a funny thing at this time.
Which I also advise how to put back. But what two for you start on this one? What other stuff can one person get themselves into to help themselves survive or maintain? Yeah.
Yes. So before I went back to school, so I was looking for some side hustles that I could do so that I could at least get some money from it. So somebody introduced me to this kind of marketing that he was doing. It's not like he has the product there or anything. He will go and contact maybe the wholesale distribution company, the rice depot or whatever products that they are producing there in bulk. Then he'll take pictures of them, then go and post on his status. Okay, posting them every day like it says and all that stuff. So if you order from him, then he now goes to the depot. You understand? Take the quantity that you need and now bring to you.
And take his profit.
So he was just starting from zero with no cash or anything, no capital.
And no product.
Yes, and no product.
Yeah, with no product, no nothing.
Yes,
he just started from scratch. And and I said, wow, that is amazing. So I also try to do something like that. But for me, when I started, the location was the problem. I was far away from the place. So if someone buys, the person now have to pay delivery cost. You see the thing? So that was the reason why that business didn't work. But so I'm telling this to people out there who are listening, maybe you can do something like that if you know that wherever that the goods are not far from where you are. That means you can easily go there and get the goods and supply to the people, and you start making something. Right. That is one way that you can be innovative about making money these days. And there's this issue again. I went to stay with my friend in Accra. So in their room, it was he was living in 2-bedroom. Only him, 2-bedroom with the hall and everything. So he was struggling about money. I told him, you have money at your disposal. Why are you struggling to make money? He said, how? You have a hall, 2 bedrooms. Rent the other bedroom to somebody else. I mean, how can I live with a stranger? I said, what?
You know that this
you can't live with
Americans do it easily.
Come again?
Americans, they do these things very easily. Like he has 2 bedrooms, he gives one to someone as rent, and then they are in the same place.
You just rent it out to somebody, and now he's taking money. And the other part is he has decided that he will make it like a yearly or something, it's on monthly basis.
When your money finish, you go out.
He's using it as a survivor while he's working on another thing. So it's all about when you are not faced with the reality on the ground, you don't think to innovate. You understand? There are so many ways that we can think about making money. But until we are pushed against the wall, we don't seem to look at that option. And
you have 1 minute remaining.
You see, when you are pushed against the wall, don't try to look for quick fixes. You understand? Look for other ways that you can make money. And in the long run, now, as I'm telling you now, he's also he's into real estate business or renting rooms for other people around. Just because he decided that it was time for him to make money on his own from the resources that he had.
SP, what do you have to add? We're almost out of time. So what can you say briefly? 1 minute.
Yes. Very quick one. I think what you four said is very important. I'm also in a platform that they call drop shipping, and that's basically what they do. You don't have to start a business with any capital or people put their products there and then you advertise.
You have 1 minute remaining.
And this is how much they're going to buy. So even when people are interested, they pay directly to the seller, and then the seller gives you your commission as part of that. Yes, I think it works a lot. But another thing at this point in time that I know is very difficult. But
you know what?
That we should check on. We should try a couple of little remote jobs. I have brightguru.com and a couple of sites that you can do some little things, even as some little tasks, even as little as designing slides for people and they get paid at $10 or just $5. This remote sites, you just try to get them, and then you would, and then you can start. You're able to get a little bit of money. You can use that data we use on social media to learn the little skills online. Go into them. So whatever.
we will try to reconnect with our senior men, but they are just giving us their own ideas of how we can make some little more income. For me, whatever it is, I try and learn a new skill. Let's try and learn a new skill, because even if you have a full-time job, you can add something. You can add some stuff. You can add a new skill. Imagine you are medical lab or you are doing medical laboratory. You can go and learn something about graphic designing and do some part-time jobs for photography. Buy a camera, go out there and start to learn. Like 24 was saying, it's not about you getting the benefits or the results or reaping the things now. Is that even when you survive, after you survive, you now have a permanent, another source of income, and that's what we're trying to do, trying to survive. And it's all about trying to be innovative, because times are hard. Times are hard. So SP, your point, you finish, then we can look around a bit.
Yes. So I said we need to look at a couple of remote jobs. Don't look out for jobs like competitive rules. There are a couple of sites online you can just go freelance. There are a couple of freelancer sites online you can go create an account and just look at some little tax. There are taxes as little as
writing stuff,
just designing a slide for somebody for a presentation. These are just like mere homework people bring there to look for people to help them. Just Excel work and little things. So just try to learn one of these skills, this little ones, join one of those sites, and then you try. From time to time, you would get a little tax, and then you can earn some little as $10, $20, and
small
help in your yes.
I think it's great. I just want to say thank you so much. 24. Do you have anything to add? We're almost out of time. We're out of time actually. 24.
Come again?
Yeah. Do you have anything to add? So that we can round up.
As he said, I mean, you have to look for this online site that make work. For me, I've been to Upwork, I've like freelancer he mentioned, and I've been to appin2.com. I've been try to. So happy that's where I am right now. And at the end of the month,
I have to get in touch for some of the website because I need some remote freelancing gigs to try and push up the accounts a little bit. But that's what it's all about. It's all about trying to be innovative and trying to do more than you used to do, right? So that you can make more to help yourself sustain for a while. And even after this wind passes and then things stabilize, you now become more comfortable than even you used to be. And that's the whole idea of it. Gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your insights with me once again. My seniors, as always, has been 24, Idris Seidu and SP Yakubu Smaila. They've been here sharing the insights on how to survive as a young man in these trying times. And my name has been Lancer Lawrence. We've been on the Chemical Right here on Ghana Talks. I want to say thank you for doing the monitoring and for sharing your thoughts with us. You can find our videos on YouTube and Facebook at Ghana Talks Radio. Tomorrow we'll come with another edition of the Cubicle, same time, same person, inshallah. Tomorrow, stay tuned. Thank you so much for being part of the show. My name has been Lancer Lawrence. I've been here with DJ Cham as my producer. Bye-bye.
Be alright, yeah. So we're feeling irate as we hustle all day long. We are hoping, say that one day things go better. Jale, oh, jale, here we go again.
Ghana Talks Radio in a mix. The
best music in the world. The best music. My favorite station.
Ghana Talks Radio. GhanaTalksRadio.com. Listen live.